NewsNation correspondent Jorge Ventura joining us live in Portland. Jorge, it seems it's gotten darker, night falling out there. How have things evolved? What are you seeing?
Well, Natasha, right now we still have around 150 people out, still gathered outside of the ICE facility. You can see here the crowd right in front of those white gates where there are a coalition of federal agents right behind those gates. You can hear cars honking in support. We did have some rain, so it did clear out some protesters here, but we still have a decent size. What it is interesting, Natasha, that I do want to provide an update on is every night that I've been here covering the protests, around 6 o'clock local time is when we start to hear the federal helicopter up in the air patrolling the ICE facility. What is interesting is we have not seen that federal helicopter tonight. And the reason, that could be a reason for it, is earlier we did confirm, and this is also through the Department of Homeland Security, they posted an Antifa flyer that was calling for far left-wing activists here in Portland to point their lasers at the direction of those federal helicopters, attempting to blind the view of those pilots. We saw also Portland police also issue out a warning the local authorities as well. And what's interesting is we haven't seen any of those federal helicopters at all. And that was scheduled, those lasers to be pointed at those helicopters around 9 o'clock local time. So we haven't seen any of those helicopters being flown by authorities, which is pretty interesting. What I did also notice earlier today, while we've been reporting all day, is we saw at least 15 vehicles carrying federal agents entering the building. So it's clear that right now the authorities are beefing up those security forces at this ICE facility. And like I said, right now on the top of the roof, you still see agents. We're seeing a coalition of agents. So you'll see agents in the Border Patrol uniform. You'll also see the Federal Protected Services. We saw the agents with ERO, the Removal Operations Services as well. So a multitude of agents. They also have a sniper team on top of the roof. We only so far today have seen 3 arrests. There were 3 female protesters that were arrested after agents attempted to clear out that driveway, and they were taken inside of the facility. We'll try to find out more information if those protesters are facing those charges. But this is the scenes right now, Natasha. Like I said, interesting that we haven't seen that federal helicopter. It could be due to those planned event where they were going to point lasers at the pilot. So things are still developing here, still quite early here local time in Portland, but around 150 people still here protesting. It's been kind of like this all day, a lot of anti-ICE signs. We see some of these individuals in these costumes here kind of dancing around here. So still early here, but once again, I think it's pretty interesting that we did not see that federal helicopter so far tonight, Natasha.
Yeah, this is such an interesting Portland-specific tactic. If you're a photographer, could actually go back over to the left and zoom in. It's these air inflatable suits that protesters are wearing, and specifically, Jorge, they've been trying to illustrate the idea going against the administration's claims that these are violent Antifa-led protests. What message are they trying to send by, we see Pikachu and SpongeBob and Patrick there, what message are they trying to send with these specific suits in Portland?
Well, it's interesting, Natasha, we did speak with a man who actually came with a box of these inflatable costumes, and we'll be airing some of that interview tomorrow. But when we spoke with him, he says, look, we just want to change essentially the optics of these protests and say, hey, the individuals here, the residents here in Portland, they just want their message to be heard. They do not support National Guard troops. So in a way, by wearing these inflatable costumes, it's a way for them to kind of joke and be sarcastic, and it's sending kind of that message to the Trump administration. And while we're out here all day, you'll have residents literally come up to us and kind of jokingly say, hey, the whole city's burning down, send troops. So it's a way for them to send a sarcastic message. And these images of these costumes have been going viral online. So they are accomplishing that goal. According to the man, this is called Operation Inflation. So there you see the different characters here in Portland. We haven't seen that in Chicago, where our correspondent Mills is, but we are seeing a lot of that here in Portland tonight, Natasha.
Operation Inflation seems very specific to Portland. We appreciate you tracking all of it for us. Jorge Ventura, live on the ground there. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.